first. I gotta get.
Oh, okay. All right, you got the button pushed?
I do. You gotta wait a second. Says it's starting, but it takes a few seconds. Okay, you got it.
Okay, folks. Hope you can hear us this week. We've had some storm-related delays. Thank you, Harvey. I need some water. While I'm drinking the water, why don't we start with our town clerk and his weekly report?
Okay, let's start with the storm, coincidentally. We got our phone back about 5 p.m. last Tuesday. Got our internet back about 6 p.m. on Thursday. And I don't understand the service issues that Consolidated and Spectrum were having, but on Monday, one of Consolidated's field techs stopped in here and said they didn't even have a trouble report from us. He didn't know that we had issues. I just don't understand that. And Spectrum was similar when I finally caught up with them, let's see, Wednesday afternoon when we hadn't heard anything. The people that I spoke to there said, no, we don't have any trouble reports from you. I mean, I spoke with both of them the Friday before we lost our phone. Anyways, the two of them have the parking area light. This can be updated now. I said I'm waiting for a call back from CMP. They called me back this afternoon, and they were already on it. We are on the list. They're waiting for supplies, waiting for lights. So she said if you don't see a light within a month, then call us back. The North Parsons Field Cemetery. Any thoughts about getting work done on that fence? We've had a couple of people ask about that, or comment about it, I guess, not ask.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
We want to try and get the fence put back with the gate that we have to make it look sort of like it was meant to look.
Yeah, good. Do we know anything about MEMA or FEMA funds?
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet, okay. All right, that's enough about the storm. The ballot is set for the municipal election. Absentee ballots are available now. I'm going to say this loud and clear 3 or 4 times. They're available Monday through Thursday, okay? Not Friday, even though we are open Fridays. Okay, only Monday through Thursday. And you can get an absentee ballot, no questions asked, until 4 p.m. on Tuesday, September 6th. After that, you have to meet special circumstances, which means you're going into the hospital for emergency surgery or you are in the hospital. The property tax stabilization program. Applications are available now. This is where they lock in your property tax once you've filed. Well, there's some requirements. You have to have had a homestead exemption for 10 years. You have to be 65 or over. We have the applications here, or there's also a link on our website to the state site where you can download the application and some guidelines and other things.
Is that a payback, David?
The state is funding it. Yeah.
And there's no payback when you sell your home or move out of it?
Oh, no.
But you will have to file an application every year.
It is an annual application, yeah.
Which seems kind of consuming.
Well, it's a simple application.
Okay, I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Right now, we don't know how Trio's going to handle this. They're going to have to track it and not only lock in the taxes, for a given property, but also note how much we
The
are not
increased,
collecting.
yeah.
Right. 'Cause
No,
the state's-
theoretically, they would send that information to the state,
well,
and
I
the
think
state would
we will
reimburse
send
us?
it. We will send it.
Okay,
It'll
true,
be
but
a
us, okay,
report.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. The next one is kind of a surprise. I spoke with Mechanical Services about our heating controller, which is an electronic box down at the end of the hall, because I've had problems logging into it, and it turns out it's not compatible with any of the new web browsers. I wish they had told me that this was only good with Internet Explorer when they installed it. Well, I guess it's been 7 years. But anyways, so the gentleman that I spoke to said, well, I'll put together a quote for you, just in case you want a new one. So he did, and it would be $9,600 and a little more to replace that. I'm not too concerned as long as I'm here, because I can kind of fudge it and make it work. But if I'm gone, then we're going to need to do that, probably. It gives you the ability to set schedules. If there's a special meeting in the gym, you can turn the heat on early, things like that.
Where is this located? In the
It's down in the time room.
time?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, whatever the building needs, it's got to have it, I think.
Well, I'd hold off for a little while. I mean, they'll honor the quote, I think, for 60 days at least. And after that, who knows, everything's going up. But, you know, it's a chunk of money.
Well, we got to get through the first initial hot water and
Yeah.
circulator done. When we get that done, then we can work on this one.
Okay. So, I mean, if you're going to seriously consider it, you might actually want to have it somehow on the warrant, or at least account for it on the
Yeah.
warrant. Yep. Okay, our tax collection, we collected about almost 97% of our 2021 commitment, which is pretty good. There's still 90 accounts that owe just over $111,000 for 2021, and 24 accounts that owe just over $35,000 of the 2020 taxes. We will be placing liens on the 2020 taxes that are not paid on or about August 16th. As I say, that's 90 accounts right now. Hopefully it will go down from there before the 16th. Trio conversion, I haven't heard a thing about trio conversion lately. Don't know where we are. Hoping it's moving. The longer we don't have it in this fiscal year, the more difficult it's going to be to get it together. And then my two favorites that are always on there, the Mill and the Stanley Building. Is there anything that you're not going to talk about later, or that you can
No,
talk
not
about
really.
now? Okay.
There's something in here about damage to the Stanley building he wants to blame on us because it wasn't heated, but other than that, I don't see any difference.
Okay.
It's ludicrous.
Our arrangement with Tri-Town, we're very excited about that. We're kind of chomping at the bit, and, you know, people are calling, asking what they can do with things, and we're not saying anything.
Soon.
But- yeah. But some things came up when Danielle and I talked about it. One is, are they going to take brown goods? Yeah, and those are by weight, is that right? Okay.
Correct.
I vaguely remembered
What do you
that.
call brown goods?
Bulky waste,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Old desk, bookcases, mattresses.
Yeah, mattresses are the big thing that people have issues getting rid of.
Everything that isn't white.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ron said residents when he was talking about this. Does that refer to seasonal inhabitants of our town as well?
Yes.
Yeah. If they own property in the town, I mean, it's
Nobody's
not like
going to
a
bring
renter.
something here from Massachusetts to throw it away.
Yeah,
so-
no, I'm not concerned about it.
Right, yeah.
I just want.
Ron didn't specify, and so until they do, these people are, as far as I'm concerned, they own houses here, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If they have trash
Absolutely.
here, then all of us are paying for their trash, so might as well let them
Right.
pay for some if they can.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
And then the next one, is there a limit, either number of times you can visit or
No.
how much you can take?
Not now.
I don't
Not now.
believe so. I mean, if somebody started, the only time I think an issue will arise is if somebody starts hauling in truckload after truckload of construction debris.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, okay, this is enough, you know.
Right.
I think,
Yeah.
even though we're paying 50% more than what they pay,
Uh-huh.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I still think they're gonna. That Ron seemed a little tentative about that, you know, about the
Okay.
construction debris. They weren't. It's okay to take it,
Yeah.
but he didn't want his advertising for the reason he doesn't want commercial.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm like? Say a commercial roofer, they might roof all over. Say there's a commercial roofer that lives in Parsonsfield and they roof from here to Scarborough.
Right.
Then he doesn't want to bring in all their stuff and dumping it in
Right.
there. You know what I'm saying?
And that brings up a good point. Can a commercial, well, a contractor, for instance, use their vehicle to haul stuff over for a
We
resident?
talked about that, and the resident has to come in and get the ticket.
Get the paperwork
Get
from
the
you
paperwork.
stamped.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
And then, yes, they could, because obviously, I mean, I would be the contractor if somebody wanted, I mean, I live in Parsonsfield, so it wouldn't be a big deal.
Right,
But
right.
yes, if I fully understand if someone's tearing down an old back end of their barn, they have no means to get it to the dump, but the contractor does,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
And some of this might be play it by ear. They're not gonna, I don't think they're gonna tell them no at the dump. They might come to us, say, look, this is how we want to address this, but
Okay, fair enough. Good.
he gave us some pretty good guidelines, but there's still a few gray areas that.
Oh, yeah. There always are
Yeah.
a startup program like this. Yeah. Okay, the electronics disposal, this is just the same as it was last week, October 1st, 9 to 11 at the old Walker building. And the last two about spam and ransomware.
David, I've had trouble getting onto my computer with the passwords changed
Again? No,
because
I
I've
haven't
plugged
touched
them
your
in 2 or
computer.
3 times. Both of them, I have 2 of them there, and I can't seem to get online.
Okay,
Not hurry, nothing.
I'll check that tomorrow. And that's what I have.
More than enough. Anyone have any questions for Dave?
Oh, that was the only one I had. Thanks for your help today, Dave. Appreciate it.
All right. We'll be reviewing and paying the bills as we usually do. No report from the CEO. Your kind of sheriff's report. We just have a little note here. We don't have anything about the events that happened in the town statistically, but we do have a nice story about Darren, our deputy. Investigated a stolen bicycle from Pinewood Apartments in Parsonsfield. Bicycle used by a 50-year-old to go to work. Today, Deputy Sear took it upon himself to purchase a brand new bicycle. Ironically, the same color, make, and model as the one stolen, and presented it to the boy. If you see Darren driving around, thank him. Certainly, gives a meaning to community policing. Animal control officer. Oh, cats must have been very good this last month. Just 4 dogs.
The dogs were not, though.
Yeah. Stray dogs and North Road, Elm Street, Province Lake Road, all over town. I'm looking at the planning board. Next meeting is this evening at 6 o'clock.
No.
No? August 2nd?
That's the budget committee tonight.
Yeah, planning board meets on Wednesdays,
Yeah.
and they are not meeting tomorrow night. They are not having a
No, there's no
workshop.
meeting.
Oh, who's doing today at 6 o'clock at 2,
Yes.
August 2nd?
The budget,
The budget committee.
Yeah.
All right. You got any words of wisdom for the budget committee, Harvey, or?
well, we got 3 days to get it done, so that's my goal at this point. Hopefully, we can maintain that schedule.
3 work days.
Yeah.
So over maybe 2 weeks.
Well, I guess 2 more weeks, let's put it that way.
Okay. Appeals Board to administrative variance requests on August 4th. Comprehensive Committee for, Harvey, when's your next,
That would be the 30th of August at 6 p.m.
we have some minutes from the June 28th meeting. But we've asked this before, Harvey, but do you think you're like half done, 2/3 done?
I would say we're probably a third, maybe a third.
A third, okay.
Yeah.
So this is something that's gonna go on and be
Oh, yes.
probably voted on the next
Next year before we,
meeting, not this annual town meeting, but the following one, okay.
or if we attach a special town meeting, we might be able to do that somewhere along the line.
All right, the, Secaucus Road, there's nothing, solar update. I guess Harvey said we have a new representative now?
Yes, Acacia is leaving the company, so they've assigned somebody else, but I haven't heard from that person yet. And
They don't hold on to people too long, do they?
no, I don't know what's going on, but
In with the sun, out with the wind. Or vice versa.
out with the trees, let's put it that
Yeah.
way. I'll try to get a hold of Rich and find out what's going on down there. I guess it's still a CMP issue, so.
All right, the, next is a message about the Stanley Building.
what, did anything transpire last week? There was supposed to be a court hearing.
It was a wonderful meeting.
It was?
And no, it was a modification to the I want to say, I don't know, the paperwork that Peter put in concerning our right to access, restricting access and all that stuff. Everything stays in place right now. And I've talked to Mark Mounts about setting up their soil survey. He's going to do that. That's perfectly legitimate. We can have the soil tested. In fact,
If they pay for it.
they're going to pay for it.
Yeah.
At least they agreed to initially.
Well, if they hire them, they aren't
Yeah.
gonna come to us.
And that we can enter the building to make sure that the connections are good for a septic and that type of thing.
I would like to enter, I'm not nosy, but I would like to enter the building whenever somebody's going into the building.
Peter was given the right to go into the building basically 18 hours a day, from 6 in the morning until midnight.
But I mean, you said we
7 days
could
a week.
enter the
But
building.
we, the town officials.
So perhaps Jesse and I could make a field trip down there, but do we have to get Peter to open it up for us?
Well, that
That's a good question.
probably would make sense,
I
yeah.
think it's still private property.
Yeah.
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 Well, I mean, it's locked and we ain't getting in
Right.
there.
Right.
It's not like we got a key.
Yeah.
But everything else on the original judgment stays in effect.
I guess I really don't even care if Peter goes in with us as long as he doesn't inhibit us from looking,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, there's been a problem, apparently.
So this is like my part of my job, and this doesn't even make any sense. You don't have ice dams from lack of heat. You have ice dams from heat loss.
Right.
This doesn't even make sense. Now I don't know who I can talk to or anything to tell people, but everything this lady says is just a farce. It's nothing new. This has nothing to do with us. This has something to do with Peter's roof leaking,
Right, and I think
and it's not
David
because
Laurie's trying to protect us as far
I
as
see that.
he doesn't want the building falling apart
Right.
and doesn't want the mortgagee, wants the mortgagee to know that there's significant problems with the building. So,
But it has absolutely nothing to do with us
Right.
letting
Correct.
him or inhibiting him from
Correct.
heating the building.
he can heat it or not heat it, whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, the heat was what makes it leak, though. Anyways.
Yeah, how do you get, right, damage, it says, you
Oh
know,
yeah, hardwood floors.
ceiling, Peter's electronic equipment. I mean, why would you keep electronic equipment in a building you haven't been able to go in 8 months? But anyway, so that's ongoing.
Like, there's nobody we can call and talk to, or it doesn't make nothing. We can't expedite this anyway.
I think
I mean,
David Laurie's he's talking 2 weeks, he wants a judgment from the court to what's going on.
I thought that's what we were gonna get.
Well,
That's
me
what
too.
you
That's-
said we were gonna get.
That's what I thought we were gonna get, not a modification to the order.
3 generations from selectmen from now might find out.
Well, we're on our second generation, so.
It's terrible.
Third.
The judge did entertain the fact that David Laurie had filed this additional petition, but he said it was filed too late for this hearing that was already scheduled. So I assume they're going to schedule another hearing, but I don't know that. That being the one to make the injunction permanent, which is what should have happened.
Yeah.
But I don't know how that, the injunctions don't address the easement problem.
Yeah, it's an injunction against having a pipe going into the septic tank.
The original-
Right, but that doesn't,
Yeah, if he makes it permanent and they permanently can't have a pipe going into the
well, it
septic,
says,
that,
but there's a permit, they can't have a septic system. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, you've got people going in there to do a soil survey.
Right, I know, but what happens if the soil is not suitable for a septic system?
Then Peter's SOL,
Well,
and you have nothing to do with it. I kid you. I mean,
no,
it's going to
serious.
go on
I don't know.
forever otherwise.
No, it's no sense in keep. It's
Yeah.
well, I'm just curious as to
I'm not curious. I'm
What?
pretty sure.
the next steps are going to be. If,
For who?
well, for everybody, let's say the soil is not suitable for any type of septic system.
I'm at this point, I'm not even for giving Peter a piece of property or selling him a piece of property behind the Stanley building at this point. Let the Stanley building owner figure it out with the Mounces.
Yeah.
I think they probably could come to some kind of agreement and let them deal with it. You know?
Okay.
We're fighting this guy tooth and nail to help him. I'm sick of it. I'm just wasting paper.
And a lot of that paper is printed with green ink,
Yeah.
Green ink?
Yeah.
as in dollar bills.
Oh, okay.
Every time
I
David
thought you
Lowry's
used the
name
red.
shows up, you know what that means. Just one general comment. I got a call from Jesse on Sunday afternoon asking me if Peter had permission to go into the building. When there are any changes to legal things, if somebody would notify Jesse, because he had no idea.
Well, I don't know when that's, the judge said, okay, he can go in the building between 6 a.m. and
Right.
midnight.
Yeah,
I don't know when that's
it was
effective.
right then.
Is that when it's,
Yeah.
when the order comes out signed?
That was a ruling.
But a ruling's effective when they're ruled or when it's published or?
Well, I can tell you he was in there Sunday afternoon.
Okay,
So maybe you should check with,
yeah, well,
no, don't check with David. Never mind. I wasn't gonna say it.
but you almost did.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it'd be nice to know what legally we can do and can't do.
Legally, you can walk away from
As
it.
far as I'm concerned, whether it happened then or when the court comes out, he's gonna be able to go in between 6 and midnight, so it's not like he's living in there.
Right.
Unless that was some big red flag that would help us, but I doubt it is. I doubt anything helps us.
Well, I have concerns about his being able to go into the building safely.
I know, it's his building.
Well, I know, but back in 2000 something or other, the fire commissioner said the building needed an additional fire escape. And Peter mentioned that in his testimony. And, you know, he had to allow him to build the fire escape. Okay, for whatever reason.
A fire escape, I don't think can be wood because it can burn.
Well, that's a good point. He said he had good pressure-treated wood.
Well, it still burns. That's, I don't even know if that's a rule, but that just makes sense.
Well, it
to
makes
me.
sense. Right, exactly. But the point is, the building may not be safe. If it needs a fire escape, what about fire extinguishers? What about all the other stuff that
Wasn't the
goes with
fire
it?
marshal basically condemned it for a while until that was done, if that was his concern?
Well, I don't know. That's what I'd like to find out, or whether we should be encouraging Peter to go into the building.
We had never
But
encouraged
not.
it.
Well, no, but I mean in the sense of, I don't want him and his family to go into a building that's not safe and then have something happen.
Well, I understand that, but I don't think we can tell him not to. The court.
No, I
just let it.
understand that, but that's going to be the fire marshal's responsibility, or,
Well, I'll tell you what the fire marshal's gonna say, or at least what they said
yeah,
about that building and another one down the road from it.
yeah.
Yes, they are both deficient, but the fire marshal will not put people out in the streets under those circumstances. Apparently they've got some threshold, and neither of those buildings met that threshold for the
But
fire
the
marshal.
person isn't living in the building, so they're they're already out in the street.
Okay. Well, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think you're gonna get the fire marshal to close the building
Okay.
down for the owner to go in. I mean, you've got hundreds of buildings in town that are just as dangerous.
Well, but that's, I don't care about, I mean, I don't know about and care about the other buildings. I care about the one I know about.
Why? Why do you care so much about this one? I'm just curious. I mean,
Why do I care so much about the building? Because I don't want to see it fall down in the middle of our town?
Okay, but he could tear it down tomorrow.
Well, that's true. Then it'd be better.
Okay. All right. Sorry,
You digress.
yeah.
All right.
At this point, if Peter lets it fall down, if everyone knows it's completely on Peter.
Well, I know that.
It's
I
not
just,
on us. Yeah, it's gonna be an eyesore, but I
would
mean,
hope that something could be done to prevent that
you
from
can lead
happening.
a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
I know.
And you gotta clean up afterwards.
Yeah.
One you got to worry about falling down is the mill building.
Well, that's another thing.
Well, that's okay. That's a good one.
That's true. We have Providence Lake Golf Course Enterprise application for auxiliary and on-premise license, which I'm sure is in our folder here. This is a renewal for their licenses in the buildings and for a mobile golf cart that goes around taking care of the thirsty people. Another application for a function at Maple Rock Orchard. David might be familiar with the place. It's, just trying to look at the date.
September 24th.
September 24th? It is, date of event, September 20.
It's on the agenda.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right, I was reading the application. So, it's good to know those applications, what's going on in the town.
So have you approved those?
They're in, we'll approve them as we go here.
Oh,
We'll get to them. Lord Cemetery request for tree removal.
Can you verbally say that you approve?
I don't know what. About to Deborah Field Woods, we got a hit pretty unique. Which is the Lord's? It's
I
one.
have no idea.
I'm not certain either.
It's a private cemetery. I don't know.
I don't know if possibly it's the one. I don't know. Do you know the
I
Lord's?
don't.
It's not one of our town three-sound cemeteries.
No.
Lord's
No.
Cemetery?
Okay.
I think so. Because it's built, I don't know, it's one of the town.
Well, I wonder if they call them that.
Someone owns it, but I don't
There's
know.
the one on Elm Street, 160.
That's what I'm wondering, if they call them that the Lord's Cemetery.
There are 166 cemeteries in presence.
Yeah,
I think the town only has 3.
right.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
The town is supposed to
Well, we'll have to look into this more. I don't think right now we're responsible for cleaning up this cemetery. We do clean up the 3 cemeteries that the town is responsible for.
There's 4 Lord cemeteries.
Hmm?
What's that?
4 Lord cemeteries.
Really?
And I can look up how to read it. Take me a few minutes. I would like to add something to that. I don't know about the Lord Cemetery, I'd have to do some research, but there's another cemetery on Middle Road that has a veteran in it. And when the storm hit, it did a real number on that cemetery. There are trees everywhere. And it does have a veteran in it, I think, by law, a state law, you're supposed to take care of veterans, cemeteries with
This-
veterans in them.
Yeah, just not the town, I attached the law to the paperwork, there.
Yeah.
They have it.
So, and it has a very unique monument in it.
Where is that located?
Middle Road near Chase Road.
Okay.
And it has a big tree. The cemetery is up a steep slope, and there's a big tree hanging out towards the road. And Wes Stacy was trying to figure out how he could get it down without it falling on him. He would like to do it with his chainsaw, but
Yeah.
he needs help to do
Yeah.
it. He was wondering if Maya could come with a bucket loader to help him do it.
Well, I guess we gotta talk about that. We gotta read this. We got some stuff here from
Yeah.
Gene Stanley. Is this from Gene?
Yeah, I printed out but they named several people that could be responsible. The landowner, it doesn't, you know. If it's a private cemetery, you know, should the owner be taking care of it? I don't know.
Does it say where it is?
No,
It says-
it says
No, it just
Lord,
says
that one
Lord,
is,
yeah.
but I think it's the same, you know, it's the same scenario as what you're talking.
Yeah.
I'll see Wes tomorrow night, so I'll talk with him about it.
What do you have there, Lynn?
Cemetery records across the field, yeah. It was done in the 1980s, but we're trying to update it.
Does that belong to society?
The, ELSA, Ancient Landmark Society across the field is selling.
Yep, yeah.
So they're, I don't know if they become.
Those are the records that Wes updated a few years ago?
He's been working mostly on the veterans.
Yes, he has.
Okay, but I thought he updated all the town cemeteries, maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
No,
What
he
is work-
located them.
Okay, okay, well,
Yeah, he's got
okay,
a big map and he's pinpointing where they all are
okay,
and giving GPS
yeah.
coordinates.
All right, folks, we're gonna spend a few minutes here and sign a few invoices.
Ed, would you please take a vote on the two applications?
On the who?
The two applications?
For the wedding and the whatever?
Yes.
Okay. You wanna vote on the Province Lake
Yep.
and
Yep.
the wedding application?
Thank you.
Will you concur? We all concur.
Thank you.
We didn't get an invitation, did we?
No. Well, Providence Lake will probably give you a ride in the golf cart.
That cemetery is a weird place. There's some big one.
Yeah, the trees been down.
Wasn't there a cemetery up here on 160 by Sam?
There's several.
Was one of them would have been the Lord's cemetery?
I'm looking to see where.
Because it looked
I'm thinking those.
Just like those trees that were down.
160 somewhere.
I think it was Cousins Old.
What's that, where the Lord Cemetery?
Not Cousins Place, the other, Stone, where he passed away.
because the way those trees were down, that's what it looks like
Hill.
up there in the hills.
Granite Stone.
Oh, really? Yeah, you had all the posts out there.
As we're signing some of the bills here, I noticed that we have a bill for the cleanup of the trees around the town hall. We were just talking to our insurance company today, and it looks like the town will get reimbursed for a good portion of that. We're not quite sure how much. Yeah, what was it, about a $6,000 bill altogether?
I was wondering when that, I have no idea, no,
Okay.
I guess.
So,
Myers was 5, I think one was 4 there.
okay, so that's 9.
And this payroll on top of that. Myers approved.
Yeah.
Jesse, did you have you mentioned the storm cleanup last week? Some people did a lot of good extra work and
Yeah.
volunteers. Do you remember?
Mark Fisher and his family.
Matt put an invoice in, Jordan put an invoice in.
He's the one with the logging truck that hauled the wood.
Mark put an invoice in?
Yes. Yep, he went around and Maya was aware of it, he went around and helped.
Okay, if it's at Maya's request, that's good.
Yeah.
So, looking at. So there's 3 invoices associated with the storm, Deb. Okay. Right now, you said there's more coming in?
It's gonna be payroll.
Yeah.
Okay. So it looks around $12,000 with the payroll.
From what it looked like, I don't think that's too terrible.
No,
Oh,
I was biting my tongue. I mean, that sounds like nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Debbie is also checking with FEMA to see if we can get any help from the federal government, so. Should have given everyone this everyone one of these to start with and go from there.
Yeah, because if I don't make my budget meeting, we won't have any money.
That's a good point, Honorable. All these little blue stickers signed here. Jesus, what are we doing here? Trash can, good. Ads for the shopping guide next week. Central Maine Power. We're still going to be looking into trying to come up with some savings, how much we actually are saving. But the Central Maine Power bills we're just signing, it's about 6 bills, $43, $13, $34, $42, and $34. So not much now. And part of that, there's a meter fee of, I believe, $15 just to have the meter, even if you don't do anything with it, so. We're working with Charter Spectrum to try and see what we can do with making Parsonsville more internet friendly. There's a Maine Connectivity Authority grant and other federal grants available. I think we'll be looking into that to see what or how much the town of Parsonsville would be able to receive. We have a dig safe ticket here. This is the project Harvey's been working on to get the generator into the town. We're talking what, Howard? Maybe a month?
The dig safe? No, they're going to be done.
No, I mean getting the generator.
Yeah, it's another 3 weeks. The generator will be in 3 weeks, and then it'll probably be another week after that. So 1st of September, we should have a generator working here, hopefully. I have another request here, and I need everybody's approval for pit stop fuels with assessment on installing the 1,000-gallon propane tank, the cost of which total, including propane, at 80% capacity would be $9,191. And with all this and figuring on, there might be another fee, a little bit of fee for some Jersey barriers and whatever else. we're still under the 40,000.
No, that's good.
So I think we're probably around 35,000 to have it installed. I don't know if anybody wants to look at this, but I'd like to get this approved because we need the propane tank in before the generator is installed, if possible.
Here you go.
And if you want to look at that, just maybe. So would that be a goal on that? We can-
Yeah, we have to, makes sense, huh? We have a note here in a four-town meeting to discuss ARPA funds. I think it's in relation to the towns coming up with some sort of a unified plan for really rescue and how we're going to handle their need for a new ambulance and from additional supplies. We've already got approval from the town for some of that, or for our share. It's just a matter of how much the final bill will be and whether the other three towns want to participate. If they don't want to participate, then obviously we won't be spending any money. Electronic collection, we know about workshop items. We had a meeting with Phil Allen, Chalmers Insurance. We went over all the policies pertaining to the town. Harvey brought up a good point about how much are we covered for the damage that occurred to the town. Looks like $10,000, $11,000, $12,000. So Phil said we're covered for, he didn't know how much, but we were covered. And he'd get back to us with exactly how much we were covered for. So always nice to get some money in.
Has there ever been any discussion about investigating MMA for insurance?
No.
They have a loss pool that I would guess would be at least competitive and maybe better than what we're getting.
Okay.
You mean other than Chalmers?
Yeah.
I know they have a program, you were talking about attorneys, but
Right. Yeah. Well,
but general knowledge, we pay with our yearly fee.
right.
But if you want to get into a specific thing, you have to pay an additional money for the attorney,
Right.
so.
Right. And they handle, the MMA handles our unemployment insurance.
Right.
And they handle our
And
workers' comp
comp,
as
yeah.
well.
So that's good, Dave. We can certainly check on that and see what they might bring to the table. Jess, you got anything over there that's,
I don't. I should have somebody looking at, I should have somebody looking at the siding shortly on the back building. And Jesse mentioned that we may have to remove that window that's at the back of the building. If the propane tank goes there, something's too close, so we'll deal with that at the same time.
Good.
I don't know what that window goes to, just a storage shed
Yeah,
out there.
it's just a room
Yeah.
on the end of
As
it.
long as there's a light bulb in there, I guess we're
Yeah.
all set.
We
Does
just open
anyone
the
want to
door.
attend the four-town meeting in Cornish?
I will. Yeah. I just saw that.
That's right.
Was it the 10th?
Yeah. 22.
Yeah.
I put it next to the door in here again. I can't decide which year it is yet.
all right. That's about it.
All right,
I hope you were able to listen to the whole, you got some more?
Yes, I have.
Okay, sorry. I thought you did your thing.
I'm not listless. I just signed the proposal for pit stop dip, so this should be ready to go. Okay, and a couple of things here.
That wasn't on the agenda though, was it?
No, it wasn't, but we're going to have to get it going because we need that installed before the generator.
Part of the generator
Yeah.
project.
Soltage, I think we mentioned before, they have a new contact that I don't know who that is yet. So I'm waiting for that to find out what's going on at the solar farm. The budget committee, of course, is tonight at 6 o'clock. I just signed the Lampron quote. That's going out to be getting ready to be installed. I contacted Meyer about getting some Jersey barriers out back that have to go in front of the tank in some form or fashion. Mechanical Services has a go-ahead on fixing the mixing valve in the furnace and putting in a new hot water heater, instant hot water heater in the office area. Called PowerPoint, and of course they mentioned that there would be the generator would be in 3 weeks. I'd like to get the comp plan on the web, which I don't see it listed yet.
Yeah, I've got a note here.
Okay.
We'll do that tomorrow.
And there's no workshop tomorrow night from the planning board. The zoning board is August 4th on Thursday. And there's a site walk Saturday the 6th at 9 a.m. at the Village Variety for anybody who is interested in putting a propane tank down there at the village. And my last one was internet access, but okay, that's it for me.
When you have any pertinent poop?
I'd like to invite you all to the open house at Old Parsonsville New Townhouse on the 20th.
On the when?
The 20th of August.
The 20th, okay.
1 to 3.
Coffee and donuts will be served?
There'll be refreshments.
Refresh, oh, okay, that's good.
Yes. And I may be saying a few things about Parsonsville cemeteries around 2 o'clock.
I'll get there about 3. No, no, good, good. Jeff, you got your,
Yep. The light in the parking lot. I hope it's not gonna be too bright where it's gonna flash, light up the whole neighborhood. Hope it's a downcasting light that just does the parking lot. That's one. Was the CEO's assistant job, is that advertised?
was it advertised? No, the,
No, I don't think it was.
Okay. And you mentioned something about the parking lot being cleaned up. I believe there was some type of fuel leak in the parking lot. And that's those big black streaks, because when it was raining, it reported an odor. It was, I guess, so I don't know if you noticed it out there. Seemed like
which parking lot?
this parking lot here.
Where?
Right, coming up the driveway, it looks like somebody might have had a diesel fuel leak or something. Somebody reported to...
At the other end of the parking lot, I mean, at the beginning of the cul-de-sac
Yeah,
there.
you can see a big long,
Okay.
big long black streak, okay. I didn't know if anybody knew about that. And deputy clerk's position, is that gonna be advertised if there's a change in the election?
Which is now what now?
Well,
Deputy
if
clerk.
David is no longer going to be the deputy clerk,
Oh, the town clerk.
town clerk, and someone takes that position,
Yes.
will there be an assistant town
Well,
clerk?
that would be for the new town clerk to decide, because that person works for,
For that person?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not going to worry about finding or looking for an assistant until we meet.
David always found his own, to my recollection. So I guess, is that how that works?
yeah.
Okay, all right, I was just curious, you knew there was gonna be an opening then.
Well, if they wanted to, Jeff, they could certainly advertise that they're looking for a deputy town clerk.
Well, I didn't,
I mean, but maybe they have somebody in mind, or
yeah,
maybe they'll pick David.
yeah, that'd be good.
They want somebody with more hair.
Okay, all right, I think, and,
Okay, folks, do we have any people staying to the bitter end
Yes, he's cutting here off.
on the meeting?
sorry, I gotta verify.
Okay,
It's past my time.
take care, thank you for listening. Thank you for.
mean it.
Thank you for.
I mean, I got it. Okay.
Go knock them dead hard, get all the money.
Well, I need to go exit stage left first. Too much water. That has to, I think they want 100%.